Yes, welcome to Right in the Coop. What's happening, lads? All right?
Yes, all good.
Not bad.
Bad weekend for you, not with the two teams.
Horrendous
team and Rangers.
Horrendous Sunday for me, by the way.
It's the flattest I've seen you.
Aye.
It's the flattest I've
I
seen
thought
you.
you said, did you say fattest or flattest?
Fattest.
Well, I fattest as well, by the way. No, it started Slaney 6 o'clock Sunday morning. Big Masvidal gets it. I was looking forward to
right,
watching
you know that,
it. Aye, and what a knockout it was. So I thought the deal get better. 2:30 Aberdeen kick-off, be able to watch my boy. They were absolute murder. I thought, well, listen, I'll go out in the sunshine, I'll get a wee bit of sun, then I'll come back in. Rangers 6:30, that'll make up for it. Not at all, by the way. So, I've had better Sundays, put it that way.
Couple of beers though. Wash it down.
I did, aye.
Good.
Aye.
Red wine there.
No red wine. No, I've not had a glass of red wine for a while. Just the
beers.
Just the beers.
Frankie, what about you? How was your weekend?
Aye, it was great. Watching all the games, it was brilliant. It's complete opposite of his. Nah, it was all right. I was surprised that Rangers, I was surprised at that defeat, but it was nice.
Did you watch the UFC?
Aye.
Did you see the boy breaking his leg?
Mate, that was horrible.
He doesn't even know until he steps back and then he realises it's hanging.
Aye.
And that was, wasn't it?
Remember Larson broke his leg? It was like that, remember?
Aye.
Snapped it.
It's
I done it,
I know.
I done it
Horrible.
as well.
Alan
I
McCoy's
done it when I was at
Scotland.
West Ham, snapped my leg, and the guy said to me, "Can you walk it off?" Physio. And the boy said, his leg snapped.
I'll give you a better one. See Brian Hamilton, I was at Falkirk.
Physio couldn't see it.
Brian Hamilton went into a challenge and you heard the crack and I was like, he's done himself, he's broke his leg. But the physio came out to him and he said to him, he says, how is it? And he was looking at it, he says, get up and stamp down on it. He stamped down and it just went, it just snapped. So, good advice for the physio, eh?
Physios are set. See my physio at Swindon when I first went down, he was an older guy, his name was Dick, right? See any injury you had, you just sat in the bath all day.
Aye.
So you got to go and have a hot bath. So you'd sit in the hot bath and I'd shout, Dick, this bath's getting cold. He went, just fill it up again. Mate, sat in the bath for about 5 hours a day. It's fucking brilliant.
That sounds alright, mate.
You must have had old school physios.
The best physio I had was Jimmy, Jimmy, Celtic. He was brilliant. The guy, he was a Scotland boy as well, Jimmy Steele. He was in Scotland and he was a physio. He just said, come in. He said, put his teeth and all that on you. He's unbelievable.
What, he put his teeth on your back?
He did his teeth and all that. But he was old school. All the Rangers boys loved him. He was a Scotland boy. He was Scotland. Big Jock loved him. He was one of these old characters, and some of the stories, he would tell you. And if he didn't like you, somebody didn't annoy him, he would say, right, and he'd put his teeth in your back. Just as well.
Tell you
my dad left me £1 million, all that kind of stuff. Like, did he? Don't know where he left it, son. all that crap.
I was struggling with a thigh injury at Falkirk, and the physio it was all Bob, wasn't it? Aye, and but Lambie at the time, he wasn't happy. It was taking 2-3 weeks. The heel and all that, and he says, "Come in one Sunday morning. Come in." There was a wee guy with a wee old flat cap and all that, and he says, "I've got this machine I'm going to put you on." It was actually what the guy used for the horses. So he put me onto this thing that was used for
because you've got horses?
No, absolutely not. And then gave us these pills to take. They were like big. But I think he was giving them to the horses and he was trying to give them to me. I was like, get yourself to, but that's what hell guy. So he's like, the physio was battered out the white, and this guy that treated horses was treating me on a Sunday morning.
Would you not love a rub of their thighs?
Love that. There's a horses and all, thinking about something else. See, physios, but they were all, you never took the piss out of physios, didn't you?
No.
They're all mental.
Opposite. Physios got it for me.
Did they?
Aye.
Terrorised physios.
I thought physios were always mental, but...
No, I terrorised physios.
Did you?
I think physios a load of rubbish, man, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Physios a load of rubbish.
At the big clubs, only they send you for a scan.
All the days give you that ultrasound and if it's send you for a scan and then a specialist takes care of it. It's the easiest job in the world.
Didn't West Ham, they were good.
I don't think it even worked, that ultrasound machine.
No,
it was just for up there. It makes your eyes
Aye.
smirk and you'll be back.
Jimmy was brilliant. See, Scotty was good at Celtic.
Was that Brian Scott?
Brian Scott was good, but Jimmy Steele was like a physio masseur, he was there, he'd go on a trip, and that's what he was good. But didn't know West Ham, he used to have to go to the physio used to send you to the trainers done all the boxing and all that, and it was all the physios there, and they get right into knuckles.
Did you ever? Did you?
Unbelievable. The guy done Frank Bruno and all that. You trained him for the fights.
Marka, did you do the ones that all kind of in with the shower room? They took the medical bench.
Yeah,
in?
hold on a minute. Depends.
And it was.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, well, I'm not quite ready to come. Well, naked in the room and they're all getting your up doing it. It's a bit fucking.
I don't mind that. I used to stay in it on a Saturday night.
Did you ever do it? Have you ever horsed in actual football club?
Eh?
You ever horsed anything in an actual football club?
No.
I bet you
I used
have.
to, when I was
After a cup final or something, there's a do going on. Aye, come
Did
on.
it use his face like
No,
Can't do that.
sometimes you see players sneak away.
Bad,
you know, for
so
the party. You know,
unprofessional. So unprofessional.
Have you ever done it with your slip on, Frank? Seriously? Have you ever done it with your slip on?
Strip.
Strip still on?
Half time. No. Half hour before a game. The boys were mumming up. Nah, brilliant.
No, you know that.
George Best was he done it at half time.
Did he?
He did half time.
So you done it half an hour before?
35 minutes before.
He's not going to say that, is he? Come on.
Absolute, that's unbelievable.
It was in Scotland.
Was that just nervous tension?
I scored 2, I've done brilliant.
Oh, amazing, man.
That's
a good
class,
game.
innit?
Good game.
Was it here? Was it home?
Aye.
Was it?
That's amazing, that.
That's
Brilliant. Right, Slaney, we're on the leaderboard.
On the leaderboard.
Now,
I know.
your forfeit today is in tribute to your man, Stevie Bruce.
But wait a minute, is it getting heated up?
It's been heated up. You've got a full mug of gravy here.
No.
You got to pass that
I
down.
thought that
still
would...
can't get away half an hour before a Scotland game. He's battered. He's still can't get that.
Right, so it's a full. You need to drink the full glass between now and the end of the show.
35, what's his?
I mean, that's...
It's nice, mate. I had a wee taste.
Is it only gravy in it?
Just gravy, mate.
It's just oil.
That's legendary.
Is it? Is it? What is it?
That's how he's an icon.
Oh, mate, that's jelly now.
That's
No,
Charlie.
it's nice. Just get a wee stir, mate.
Just get a stir.
Have a wee taste, see what it's like.
Oh.
Can you smell Brucey on it? Came straight from Brucey's house.
You don't
I
need
think he
this done.
started it
Get
as well. I think
this
that's it.
done. You don't need it. You can get this done in time.
Mate, it's the longest one ever today, though.
How long you gain yourself? We'll give you what? How long we gain him?
10 minutes.
3 minutes we'll give you.
No, mate, it's genuinely a long one today, but it's
But
because...
3 minutes, 3 minutes is your... You've been doing it in 3 minutes.
I know, but I'll start startling up because I know this gravy's
Right,
here.
come on,
Mate,
mate.
that's
Doing that. Is you ready to go?
I think you shouldn't do that.
Do you know?
If you don't do it in that time, Mark will give you one.
What?
Give you one what? Same
Give
as
you
the
one
half
what?
an hour before the game.
Aye, that's I can't still can't get out of my mind. That's
Still
brilliant.
Right, 3 minutes. Come on, Paul. You can do
You
it.
can do it, son.
Don't rush through it, though. Just do it professionally.
Aye.
Like you always do.
Don't anybody talk or ask
I'll not
questions,
talk to you.
Right, okay. This is Paul Slane's 3 minutes. You ready?
Ready? Let's go. Welcome to Who Knows When, Simon. We're getting really near the
You're a
end.
bit flat with that stamp.
No, Simon, we're on. We're away now. It caused a wee bit of turmoil here, right? Because obviously when Rangers drew with St Johnstone, it threw a massive spanner in the water side.
His massive spanner for the horses pulls.
Go on.
Right, Simon, I'm completely lost where I'm on now.
Lost your what?
2 players were set to win $100, so they were running about the house celebrating, spending on what they were. But that never happened because when obviously St Johnstone scored, is that right? When Rangers and St Johnstone drew, mate, we had 11 first place winners and each took home £235.
Well done, lads.
Okay, straight on to the monthly leaderboard, no messing about here. Congratulations to Mussy Boy, who won April's monthly leaderboard and will be sent a football top of his choice. Derek Ferguson, if I was to ask you right now, what football top of your choice without Rangers or Scotland, who would you go for right now, football top of your choice?
Hearts.
I should have said take Scotland away. What about away for Scotland?
Away for Scotland, PSG.
Would you, aye?
Yes. Oh, aye. Cracking strips.
Frank, what about you? What type of your choice now? Nothing in Scotland?
PSG, lovely.
I don't know. I can't just
You don't
Real Madrid didn't bother me. I like Real Madrid all white. I like all that. I like that.
Simon, would you? You're a bit more
virginal.
stylish, aren't you?
I'm very virginal.
I'd go River Plate.
Right enough.
I see that a lot. You see that a lot. He's going, what?
Paris Saint-Germain, they've got some
Nice strips in there.
beautiful.
But see, on Mussy Boy, he finished 3 points ahead of IWKLB, KOH and NB Treble 1. Monthly leaderboard, Mussy Boy on 43 points. What time are we on, Simon, if you just shout it here?
Aye.
You've got a minute and 30.
Beautiful. JWKLB on 40 points, KOH on 40 points and NB Treble 1 also on 40
So will
points.
the top be sent to Mussy Boy?
Aye.
Right.
Just to make that clear there,
Very
we went
clear,
on rabbled
well
on a wee
done.
bit. All right, on the final standings for the month. This is massive here because the forfeit for us three here. Now listen to this, you must...
I know what top I'd pick. The one he wore 30 minutes before a game.
One he wear, was it the
You wearing
warm-up?
it?
Training kit,
Maybe may as well just stop the show now. That's the best. Right, okay.
It's may have been 35 minutes.
No, where was it again? Was it a knee trembler? What was it?
I need trembler.
Toilets.
Sorry, like, come on, move on.
Move on.
Wait, so 442nd, Derek Felson on 19 points. Frank McAvaney on 15 points and myself on 12 points. Now listen to this, everybody sit in your houses, sit down. Next week's going to be the greatest viewing of all time. Right, you ready for this? Forfeit for whoever gets the lowest points this weekend amongst the pundits need to take a shot at the start of next week's show in the beer garden.
Yes!
I'll
Happy
go
days,
there.
Anyway, this is the marry me.
You'll not be doing
We
it.
just have one anyway.
What is the worst shot out there?
But
You ever heard the scientist, the mad scientist?
No, what's that?
I can't remember what it blew your head. Mad scientist it was called in Tingle.
The best's the Baby Guinness. Have you had that? That's fucking beautiful, man. The wee Baby Guinness shot. Nice.
I don't really take shots,
Nah.
but I've
So you
sat long
know-
since I've been out. I don't know what's...
What's the one with the
Some
tequila.
tequila? That's the worst, isn't it?
Sambuca, not Sambuca.
Aye,
Oh,
Sambuca's
they're all shite.
Tequila's alright.
Is it?
It's horrible taste, but you taste a bit of salt. Bit of
Why do you
salt.
need to take all that?
Because it's horrible taste.
Aye, just-
Then you bite a bit of lime, don't you?
What's your other... aye. I like
The
it with
lime,
Jack
aye.
Daniels.
He's all ready for
What's the
next
other one with
Thursday?
Red Bull you get?
What time?
Jaeger bombs. We'll get, and that will make it a Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bombs are nice
What
one.
what time are we on?
Oh no.
Oh, he's fucked it. He's drinking that gravy.
See the...
A Jaeger bomb? Aye.
He's all ready for next Thursday?
Yes.
Absolutely.
For the beer
David.
garden. What we all wearing?
We're all getting dolled up. Do you want to go matching? Everyone wear the same?
No, do you know what we'll do? I've got the best thing ever, Si. You ready? Before he's ready, we'll pick names out of a hat, right? And whoever you pick, you go and spend a tenner in a charity shop and whatever you buy,
Nah,
you
I
wear
get
that.
it. Loss.
Right then.
Aye.
No,
shall
no,
do
I can't do that because you all get him early and I'm not hanging about town looking like a fud.
No, we'll not be going home early this week. Season's done. We'll be out all day.
All day. So when will we pick the names? We'll pick the names at the end of the show?
Do you want to say to people, if they do see us, do not talk? Do you want to say, don't talk this? If you see us out and
COVID's
about?
still about, innit?
Yeah.
Keep away, social distancing at all times. I mean, keep at the pub, you know what I mean? Let us just bring ourselves.
Listen, social distancing will be gone by then. We'll be alright.
No, I can't wait.
What we do need to, we need a pub crawl back to
depends
Toon
where
Fae. Derek's got a great shout. We're starting in the Record Factory.
Yes.
So any pubs between the Record Factory and Toon,
Right, we're
get
coming
in touch. We're coming in for a pint.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you know, I think it's absolute crazy. I heard the guys talking about it last night. See, like the beer gardens, you can get 100, 150 some of these beer gardens that are massive, but you can't get anybody in to watch a game of football.
No.
I've not got it for the start. You can get
Rather
fit.
sit in the pub and go watch football.
But can they know they've got hospitality at the Gruns? Can they still not go in the stand and sit there socially distanced?
You can go and
with
bus. You can go and
a
buses
wee
and
pint
trains.
and enjoy yourself. Can you not get into the game?
It's the most safest place ever. An open stadium.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? I just don't.
Some of the
Ridiculous.
some of the things are terrible. But
What can we do?
I can't wait to
Who
see.
cares? We're getting steaming.
I can't wait to see us all dolled up because we've all been rough for the last few months.
I think we should sack that £10 idea.
Aye, what I just thought.
Just get dolled up, innit?
Aye.
I'm going out for a first day.
Why just look amazing.
You've
This
got
is
good
it.
gear.
Changing
That vest that he wears, I like that, the
A
vest.
string vest.
Aye,
that's
the Ramsey.
Baby hot
I will
pants you
tell
wear
you this
lovely. What do you
one.
mean? Baby hot pants you wore last day.
Okay, boys, we'll finish it here. To take part in Open Goal League, aye, this weekend for a chance to win the prize pot money, download the Who Knows When app. The pot will go up with every player that joins. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the more you commit, the more you win. Pin is Boogie.
Boogie. There
And
you
next
go.
week will be from the
Well
beard.
done, son. Drink that.
Well done, Paul. Right. If you can guess the time you done it in, you don't need to drink the gravy.
I know what time it was 6 minutes 13 seconds.
6 minutes 5 seconds.
Oh,
It's a great effort.
Right, can you have a wee sip just to start?
he's already had a drink.
Can you smell Brucey?
Actually, it
Smells nice, but it tastes
does smell like Bruce a wee bit. I might get back to it at the end.
Aye.
You having a wee
Okay.
sip?
I'll have a wee sip in a second.
Aye.
Are you going to drink it?
Aye, I'll
No,
take
he
the
won't.
culprit.
Oh,
Right, okay. We're
luck
on
with
to review the Scottish Cup. Paul, you want to ask your Uncle Derek first?
Of course, Derek, your brother of course, Si, can you start
Your
that game?
ex-manager.
Si,
Your mate. So your brother said that the players let the fans down, Rangers let the fans down, going at the cup facing Johnson with Jiggery with that.
can see where he's coming from. Aye, of course, I think, but first and foremost, I think they've let themselves down a wee bit. I think there's a sense of, certainly for me, frustration. You know, it was there. I mean, the league was done and dusted, but is it a good 6-7 weeks ago? You thought the folk, I mean, even with the European campaign was absolutely, it was sensational. They were brilliant in Europe, so you'd have thought the focus would have been onto the Scottish Cup. And for some reason, you know, they've let their standards go a little bit. And if you let it down by 5-10%, you can get found out. And so I think maybe what Barry's talking about is, you know, maybe looking forward to a semi-final, maybe a final, a day out for the fans, because it's been, you know, a horrendous year in terms of what everybody's had to go through. So it was to give a little bit back to the fans. But I think we enjoyed ourselves when we won the league, and it would be nice, you know, if that was taken to unfold again.
What do you think's changed since they won the league again? See, when you
I think they've took their eye off the ball a little bit. I think I could have seen
in terms of what they like work rate or what you see?
Well, work rate, you know, when you go up against teams like St Johnstone, and I mean, when they last played them at Ibrox, they only beat them 1-0. It was Hadji scored a cracker, you know, and that was a tough all game. They played against them on Wednesday, you know, and we know how St Johnstone set up, you know, they set up really well. The three at the back, you know, obviously the wing backs, tuck in, they're hard to break down, but they've got some good players. But what you've got to match is that effort, and look, St Johnstone put the yards in the other night. Rangers didn't. It was a case of they were waiting for something to happen. We're going to have a spell, we're going to score. But Ellis had opportunities. I think see the way it unfolded with the keeper coming up, Alexander Clark, and him getting that free header. That told you everything about the game, because there was so many guys waiting on somebody else, picking them up. Just take the wee bit of onus on yourself and go and do it. So, really frustrating. I think Rangers would have, I mean, it's been a terrific season in the league, in Europe, but should there have been a cup? I think so, and I think that's where maybe Barry's coming from.
The biggest thing for me was when we keep talking about how organised Rangers have been. You know, it's born because they're so repetition. They must do quite a lot of training, but they're picking each other up or whatever area they're marking. But nobody sort of gave them that. Nobody sort of stood and went, hold on, there's a keeper coming up. It was like a span in the box. They didn't know what he did because there's an extra man there. Nobody marked him. Somebody's got to take it back. Bit of common sense got to say, hold on, this guy's 6 foot. I mean, what is that? He's about, what,
6'4".
Yeah.
4.
Is he?
You've got to say, hold on a minute, is a guy standing here on his own,
with a big
front of goal,
with a big jersey on it.
A big, you know, he's like big. He's going to get his head to it anyway, whether it's a flick on or something. But it was a free header he got.
Surely somebody's just got to.
But that's what I'm saying, because they're so organised. They've been so organised all season. They all knew what they're doing. The whole back four knew what they're doing. But, you know, sometimes common sense says, look, but this doesn't work because there's a guy there standing, you know, he's on his own.
I tell you what, Stephen Gerrard was trying to say, maybe we should take part of the blame. No chance. It's not their fault. It's at that time of the game, you know, you should manage the game better at that. But when somebody like that comes into the box, I mean, if I'm looking about and nobody's got him, you just go and you stone on him, you annoy him, you bump him, you stone his toes, you give him a few verbals, put him up.
Make sure he doesn't get the headlines, and that's what he got. That's all you do.
So I think, but listen, you could see it coming a wee bit, because see when you start the game down here, it's hard, you know yourself, you're still playing, to take it up a level, you know, and they couldn't quite get there. But St Johnstone just went for it, hammer and tong, he just went at it, full pelt. Look at the way they shut down. They didn't go 3 quarters, they sprinted. Right, and I didn't see that intensity for Rangers. You know, and I think that's what's happened, because they have won the league and the standards have dropped a wee bit, and it's so hard to pick it up again. But they should have still been able to go in at Ibrox and see that game.
That third place shout's not looking too daft now, is it, young man?
No, it's a good shout for you, isn't it? You've been with St Johnstone.
If they keep they need to keep the players though, don't they?
I can't see that back
3-5.
No, even the middle of the park as well. McCann's
even the boy
energy.
And you're right, the back 5, because even the boy Rooney and
who's it? Tanzer left.
And I just kind of see how
they'll keep them.
Like I said it the other day, when you look at Celtic in the back 4, surely they're looking at that at least. I kind of see them keep it, but just right towards you, Frank, with Callum Davidson. Will he be there next year?
I think he always did. I mean, you were having a laugh at him coming and mumbling and all that at the start.
Regret it now.
I know, but listen, he is what it is. I think he's just a new into management, isn't he? I think it's a great stepping stone for him. He's proven what he can do. He's got them all believing in himself. He's got them all playing for each other. As I say, he's a really good manager. Whether he wants to go away straight away or have another year and see what he can do, see if he can. I mean, it must be hard in Scotland. Listen, we go through all this every year. It must be hard for managers and players. I know what it was like when I played at St Mirren. You're going, right, one, we'll get third. You know, you're like, what? Third place, you know, and people don't understand. It's a big thing up here when Celtic and Rangers are playing well. They're going to get first and second. And you've just got to try and break that up. So that's why it's so important for Celtic and Rangers to play well in the Cups, because that's the chance for the St Mirrens and St Johnsons and Hibs to win something, because they're doing it.
It's one of the best jobs I've seen in a long time.
Turnarounds.
You just see a group of players that enjoy playing for their manager. I think that's what it comes across to me. And what he does is he's got them organised, doesn't he? Really, and he's got them like kind of. They've worked in that shape, but they never change. It's like that's why I was a wee bit kind of. Put a sink a wee bit when Rangers changed their formation against them up at McDermott. I was like, why are you doing that? You know, the players that have been drilled to play the 4-3-3, then you play, was it 4-2-4? Was it? Because I heard the guys kind of try to work out the formation, which is unusual for Rangers, but they didn't change. I don't know if it's trying to throw in a wee curveball, but we're resting a few, but it didn't work. Obviously it never worked.
No, they've been playing the same way all season. It's worked and nobody stopped them.
But what I don't understand why they changed it.
That's what I'm saying,
because with Callum, he wasn't going to change it.
What about this? Craig Conway's mate messaged me on Instagram after we were speaking about it on the podcast, and he says that Callum Davidson's the best manager he's had.
There you go.
Think of the career Craig Conway, he's played in South Blackburn.
Do you know, I think he comes across great as well.
Just says he's very good in every way.
With the media as well. He likes a laugh and a joke, but he can be serious, you know. But I just look at that group of boys that love him.
Well, he'll be good with players. I think a lot of management, the biggest fault of some of the good managers, you know, may be good in the training ground, but they've not got that man management. They can't talk to people. Whereas he looks as if he can have a bit of
charisma about him, isn't he?
I think you can go in and talk to him. It looks as if he can go and have a chat. And I think that's a big thing in management.
Beautiful. What a good career he had as well. We didn't even realise until we interviewed him. He played in Leicester, Blackburn, good Blackburn and Leicester teams.
He was a brilliant guy, because he actually said to us as well, you can come up and watch the training on it, didn't he?
We stood and spoke to him about 20 minutes.
Have you interviewed him?
Have you interviewed him?
Right, because I was going to ask that, have you been in his company? I was in his company one time, we covered a game, it was a Falkirk game, so I was there for it. And right away, it's just a guy that you got on me right away. You don't feel awkward or anything, which is a hell of a lot.
He's been about as a manager, as a player, so I mean, he just needs to step into management. I think that's why, for me, the biggest thing is getting on with the players, and he knows how to talk to them, and the door's open for him, so that's a good thing.
I also think a massive thing for him is as well as the fact that he's been coaching for about 6 years as an assistant manager, as a first team coach. I think that helps massively, because he'll be good on the training ground as well as the other side.
I think you can see the way his team set out. He's a good coach.
A lot of times coaches don't go on to be good managers. I mean, a lot of really good coaches don't make it as managers.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think he seems to be doing all right. So
what I think he's done is learned the good and bad for his other managers he's had. And what I love is, and we've spoke about it, he's very well organised, and you can see the players know exactly what they want. And when they go and play Rangers stuff, it isn't just sitting in. They go to win. And it's brilliant to watch that. Do you know what I mean? I love that for him.
The only bad thing is it's another semi-final. He's going to need Tommy Wright, so Tommy Wright's going to be sitting in his pants another day. Because Callum Davidson will be wearing his suit.
He actually said that, didn't he? He met me. He wasn't happy with his suit.
Seen his eyes, he said.
I know. I think
he said that.
I think you'll sort that out, won't he?
He's got to get that tailored if he gets this Scottish Cup final. It's baggy. It's a baggy suit.
He's got to get himself into Slater's, isn't he? That's for sure.
But Hibs, they play Dundee United. St Mirren will play St Johnstone. Who do we fancy to make the final?
That's a good one, isn't it? St Johnstone.
Hibs St Johnstone.
Hibs St Johnstone, yeah.
And I fancy...
Even after Dundee United's performance at Aberdeen?
By the way, they were brilliant. They get after Aberdeen, so they did. Aberdeen were very poor, by the way. Poor at the back. never got to grips in the middle of the park.
There was big gaps, didn't there?
Aye, there were. I think Stephen Glass, there's a big job there, so there is. And I know they want to try and incorporate some of the young boys. I get that, but I think next season's going to be so tough. Everybody, Hearts are back in, in the mix, which is brilliant. Hibs are going well. Livingston have improved. St Johnstone absolutely flying. It's going to be tough.
Tough league next
I
year.
think for Aberdeen.
Great
So they've got a lot of work during the summer. But hey, listen, I liked it. Well, I didn't like it because obviously I was wanting Aberdeen to go through with Lewis, but they go after them, And again, it was like the St Johnstone thing with Rangers. They went at them, and they didn't hold back. They went 100 mile an hour. And no, then was it their third goal was a cracker, so it was.
Oh, what a goal that was.
They sprung on them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Aberdeen were a wee bit too high up. I said to you before, come on, and they left that back line exposed. I mean, you've got the young boy Gallagher and Hayes. Hayes is not a natural defender, though. He goes in there. And Hoban and Considine, were kind of struggling a wee bit. They needed a wee bit more protection. For me, because you've got young Campbell in there, and he's done well, Campbell. But Lewis should have been in there sitting beside Campbell to give a wee bit more protection in that back four. He was too high up the park.
Frankie,
but he got told anyway. So.
Sorry, Derek.
Good love that.
I honestly, I'm going to. That's one of the best weekends for Scottish football. That
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Unbelievable advert.
Not for me.
No, not for you. But what an advert for Scottish football, by the way. Even at Motherwell, I almost got a wee bit of love back for them. Simon,
have you, right?
Honestly, that performance, the willingness not to get out that cup, 2-0 down with 9 minutes to go. Tony Watt was exceptional when he came on. Wee Lawless was good, and I was heartbroken when he missed the penalty. I mean, but
he's a big miss for Motherwell. What?
Yeah, Tony has been a big miss.
Big miss.
The whole. I mean, you see him going to extra time penalties. What an advert for the game.
I know.
It really was, wasn't it, Frank?
Some good games. I like it. It's been...
You never watched any of them, so...
I did. No, I couldn't. I'll go and watch them. I can't get out. Give it a go.
I think I watched probably one of the best. And it wasn't. It was in the Championship. I watched Dunfermline. I know you might look at me and go, what are you talking about?
No, I see.
Dunfermline against Arbroath. And what a game. Arbroath should have got something out that game. Dick Campbell's side were
I'm honestly...
But
for the first time, Derek, I'm really, really excited about the Scottish game, even for next season as well.
For the first time?
Since I've came on, I bought...
What game was on Friday night? Arsenal, who was it?
For the first time I'm excited
Who was it? Who was on Friday night? Arsenal, who was it? It was 1-0.
Arsenal
It was murder. It was murder.
Leno at the ball for his legs. Who was it?
Who was it again? Right,
Everton.
Everton. So I switched it off after half an hour.
It was pish.
But it was horrendous.
Aye.
Right, and then you look at our game. I've watched loads of English games, Premiership games,
but then
and I'm so bored watching them.
boring.
See when you watch some of your games.
Because you're so boring, that old thing's coming up.
The quality might not be there, but I tell you what, there's some brilliant games to watch, brilliant entertainment. So sometimes you should talk up
because that's not there. That's what they're doing. They're talking up the one Celtic and Rangers in there. That whole thing's raised again.
Did you watch Euro Club St Mirren? Like beat Kelly?
I did. It was,
listen,
I think they missed. And you've got to say, Kilmarnock were on. I thought they were doing well, but they've missed Lafferty. It's a big miss for them.
Yeah,
that's a big miss for them. I think he's done all right.
Did you see the boy Oakley?
They're talking about him wanting to move on now. I think he'll do well there, really.
Handsome boy, Oakley, isn't he?
He was going in Barton a few of them about, wasn't he? He was getting right in a boot.
I know, but he's a big man, gives you goals and he gives you something else.
What about the referee performance? What did you think?
There's no penalties.
McAllister never made that wasn't a penalty.
There's Doyle.
That's not a penalty.
He watch everything.
I know.
He watch everything. Referees me. You asked me about referees. I can tell you how the referee was crap. It's all crap. There's not a good one out there.
But Paul, Aberdeen linked today with Declan Gallagher and Jamie McGrath. Would they be good signings for Aberdeen?
I think it's done.
What, Gallagher?
I think it's done.
Right, say that again.
Declan Gallagher,
Declan
Motherwell,
and who?
and the boy Jamie McGrath for St Mirren.
McGrath's a good player.
Yes. Be good signings for Aberdeen, wouldn't they?
It will be if they get it. I think if he stays there a bit longer, he'll get a better team than that.
But then
McGrath can go. I think McGrath can go down south easily.
Right.
I think so, and he's mature. I think
definitely.
Midfielder that gets goals, mate.
Good
That's what
player.
everyone's after, isn't it?
Good player. I don't know the way Aberdeen want to play. They want to play out for the back. I don't think that's Gallagher's strength.
I know.
I mean, Gallagher is he's a competitor, isn't he? If you want somebody to go and win tackles and headers, he's your man. I'm not so sure about if they want to change the style of play. They were frustrated under McInnes. They're trying to do it. You need the players, to play that way. So, But McGrath, aye, definitely. And I like Gallagher because he is
that's
a
what
bit of an animal, isn't he? I like that.
Jim Goodman's going to talk to him and say, like, I know Aberdeen's better, but you say it's a bigger club, but I think he's better than that. I really do. I think if he just continues on the path he's on, he could get a decent club in England.
Wait, just McGrath.
Have you had a taste of that gravy in there?
Where are we sitting?
I've took half it.
That's very good.
Was that
That's
just
why
this
he's
morning?
sleeping.
That was,
It was yesterday.
Was it? I
Don't
didn't
drink
see. I've
it.
not seen
It'll get
that.
horrible.
Is it nice?
Oh, it's disgusting.
No, don't touch it, man.
That's disgusting. That's like tar. I could put that in my tyre.
What is your drink? What is your...
I don't know who's going to get chucked out of pub first out of the two. That's what the bet.
put bets
Who knows
on?
when should.
No,
Should
no
they
bet.
who knows
By
when?
the way,
Who'll get
me
chucked out of pub
and him-
first out of the two.
Me and him will be the last standing.
No, he can go a day.
But that's because you drink bottles of
He ran
Coors Light.
away.
That's because you drink bottles of Coors Light.
He ran away from me.
I'm drinking pints of Tennent's and you're drinking bottles of Coors Light. Of course you're going to last longer.
Wow, so we dig.
When are we going
I've
out?
been drinking.
Thursday. Next
Well,
Thursday.
I'll not be going home on Sunday.
I'll
There you go.
drink. Good effort. That's his old days, isn't it? Brilliant.
Right, get your money on who stays at the longest as well.
I'd put a bet on
I'll
that.
say, no, you get steaming quite quick though, do you know?
Aye.
Aye,
He does a lot of
George
high
Square.
He disappears, walks about George Square and live.
And I could...
Tells his boys to F off and all that.
Is there anybody else here? Is there anybody else we want to send a wee invite to?
Aye.
Who does
Oh,
it?
Big
Kev, aye.
Kev, get Big Kev.
Oh, by the way, need to pop.
Kev.
I've heard Big Kev, the boys said last night.
He's good. He's a
Did
good
he
lad.
say that this All Firm game doesn't really matter?
Aye, he did say that.
kidding? He's on.
Aye, he did say
Did
that.
he?
No chance.
Did he say that?
I don't-
We just
no.
talk about the shite.
He didn't. I don't think he meant. I don't think he meant it. Honestly, see whatever we say on the podcast, whatever we say on the podcast, take the opposite for it.
We're usually rough on the Monday and just
Right.
say whatever.
Because I thought, wow, no chance.
Will the St Johnstone defeat, will that impact Rangers' final? I'll ask you.
I don't know. I think as Derek explained it all, since they won the league, they've just, it's the teams, all the teams fighting, as I say. The best team wins the league. There's no, you can't argue with that. But the cups, the best team doesn't always win the cups, and they've just took the foot off. They didn't give 100%. They gave maybe 85, and it wasn't good enough because St Johnstone just got, and St Mirren done the same to them. So in the other cup, same with Ross County with Celtic, just ran out of tap for them. It was like they never gave him a chance to play, never gave him a chance to settle. And I just think that he's got to get him up for this game because he's wanting this invincible thing, isn't he? He'll be wanting that, and Celtic will be wanting to, give the fans something because they went before the last game, the games before. I thought Celtic played well for an hour. And they're probably the better team. Never scored the goals, and the last one was just we were so built up for it. I thought this is the one. I thought a couple of weeks ago I thought they'll go and get it, and it was like it was the same as the season that they've had. It went out with a whimper. They didn't give. They didn't try. Didn't try. I can't say that. They just everyone. It was looked as if they were all playing for themselves again, and they'd never done any set players. Nothing. They've all just run about. And it was a schoolboy. I look at Scott Brown. There's not one player on that park for Celtic had a decent game. And that says when's that?
Yeah.
Ever come about? And, you couldn't give him pass marks. That's for sure. Scott Brown. They were saying Scott is probably the best player on the pitch for Celtic, and it was one of his awful games. I thought he was awful. I thought he was running about, but he couldn't organise it. He couldn't get the players to do what they want, what he was wanting. But it was awful. So I don't know about this week if Celtic are going to go in. I think people are thinking about moving, and that's my opinion. I just think they've been doing that. And they've been playing for themselves for a lot of the season. I think it's been there for everyone to see.
Two teams on the informed, aren't they? Even Rangers have dropped off.
Yeah.
I think the worrying is the last game, Rangers won. They still know playing their best, and Celtic get beat.
The biggest problem for me is I look at Edward and go, he's got the potential to be up there with the best. I still think he might. Because unbelievable ability, and I'm thinking, why can't you? If you gave 80% of how good you were, it'll be a lot better than what he's doing now. I just don't get it because he's a wonderful player. Me personally, I'd have flung Griffith. I think Griffith's still the best finisher at the club. I would have played him.
Griffith's got to start, isn't he?
He's got to start. I mean, this playing. I mean, I keep saying it, but Ryan Christie's not a right winger, so he's obviously going to come into the middle. So he's packing up when he plays. McGregor doesn't really play. And it's like all jam-packed, and that's tailor-made for Rangers, because their full-backs just fly on. McGregor couldn't handle the young boy. You know, it was, and McGregor, and the other side, Christie, at least Jamesy Forrest when he's playing, gives a bit of width, but he chases back.
Yeah.
So it was just all over the place. I mean, it was just the wrong thing. I thought Zorro should have been playing. I thought I had to put him in. I had to put him in because he's going to be there next year. You've got to start playing the players that are going to stay there. You know, give him a chance, change it up. I mean, it's just the same team as what Lenny done, and they didn't play for Lenny, so they're not going to play for John.
I think at the minute, Frank, I think Rangers have got Celtic's number.
Aye.
So Celtic have got to change something, formation-wise, you know, because the last few games have played kind of a wee bit more narrow, the diamond.
Yeah.
But I don't know, they've not got the players.
Do you know what I mean? With Ryan coming in,
they need to change something, don't they?
It's compact in the middle.
Christie comes in, Edmar drops, El drops.
Kennedy,
so compressed.
He needs to throw in a wee curveball.
Aye.
You know, I think in Rangers,
Tom Boyd centre half.
but for Rangers, they really need to focus, you know, and think. And you're talking about that, if they can try and go, that's incentive. Go the season unbeaten. So, and for Celtic, obviously, you know, you don't want to go through the season without beating Rangers.
My God, I mean. You know, it's one of them.
It's there, so it does. That's what I'm trying to say.
Unfortunately, the boys at Celtic.
So it does matter. It does matter. Of course, it matters.
What did you think about him taking Morelos off?
I thought it was a wee bit. Well, I wouldn't have, you know, because he missed a couple. He hits the one against the post. He's a couple, but he's always there and thereabouts. And you know, he's just he is where. Well, you look at Itten, we've got Itten there, we've got Roof, we've got wee Defoe. Who's the best centre forward? It's Morelos. He should still be on the park for me. So I think that was a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think you try and keep your best players on the park. I thought also with a wee issue as well with Rangers, because we missing Jack in Arfield. We had to bring Aribo back. Aribo's better further up the park. So that's a wee issue that we haven't got another central midfield player in there that can come in and slot in. And you mentioned a guy before we come on air, a young boy, Ben Williamson, that I watched on Saturday. You know, full energy, good qualities, loves a tackle, likes the physical side of it. We could maybe have needed somebody like that. And when I looked at the squad, I looked at the subs, you know, what are attacking threats, but it just shows you when you take Jack and Arfield out of that, maybe lack a wee bit in the middle of the park, but that'll be down to the recruitment.
Where will the game be won and lost, Paul?
It'll be fair, certainly for the wide areas. I think so, Simon. I think in the boxes, I think the team that scores first could go on to win. I think I would almost put my house on it, right, and Arfield will start.
He's done well, right, hasn't he? He comes on again all the time, and fair play to him.
I do, so.
Will Scott Brown play, Paul? It'll be his last Rangers game.
I think he's
I think he's set, absolutely set, and he'll be making sure, he'll certainly know what to be going out his last game, getting beat. But then, every game he probably goes out and never ever want to be beat. That doesn't always mean it. So listen, I really don't know. And Simon, I'd love to ask you, how do Celtic go about it? How do they set up?
Can I play a diamond?
That's what I'm saying, so they need to change. That's what I'm saying to you, they need to change that. Because Rangers have got their number.
Yeah, Jane Forrest will play.
Say something
I don't know how fit he is.
So would you play a 4-3-3?
I'd play...
I mean, the problem...
It's a tough one, mate. It depends on personnel. The personnel you've got. I'd rather play Christie wide right than I would right a diamond.
Right.
Because it stops Barisic going forward.
But Christie doesn't go. He doesn't chase Barisic. That's what I'm saying. He's not a winger. He's not a wide man. So he just keeps coming in. He'll stay in. So that's what the problem is. It's not, and it's, you know, we can blame Ryan all they want, but it's not his fault. He's not a winger. I think John's been trying to put them on. You either leave McGregor or Christie, one of the two, because the two of them are similar players. And when he comes in, the two of them are there. They're congestion in the middle, and it means Turnbull can't do what he does best. And you know, I'd change it. I'd play Zorro, maybe Zorro and Brown.
Ask Zorro.
And
do you know McGregor?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's not missed a game for about 3 years.
I just think he's a quality.
He's not played this well this year at all for his standards. But
good player.
I just think when Ryan comes in and Elanusi comes in, my God, it's so McGregor doesn't know what to do.
See what I like about McGregor? Do you see the Aberdeen game?
Oh,
Hayes is off, he's away, he's clean through, and that desire to get back and get in a challenge.
I know, but I know what you're saying, but you're one him. He's the one that supposed to unlock the bench. And I think he's so composed in the ball, but when you've got so many players in the midfield, like all wanting the ball, and then as you say, Edward comes short, you've got to have somebody up top, so that's why I would try and get to them, and I'd play the two of them, Griffiths and Edward.
Do you not think you could play the diamond if you've got Griffiths up there? Because the last time they played it, El Yunusi played that for Edward, didn't he?
Yeah.
If he played the two up, because remember the game, I think Rangers won, did they? And Celtic played the diamond at Ibrox, and they were actually the better team that day until they get the red card.
But Rangers' two best attacking players are
the fullbacks.
The two fullbacks is the most important players when Rangers are attacking. Got nobody tracking them. Had the freedom Ibrox the last game. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So that's the thing on Celtic. Where do you see every sort of formation you think that like? There's always for a 4-3-3, they've not really got proper wide players. As Forest, isn't there? Would
you play? I'm baffled they never stick Edward out wide left. Played it a couple of times under Rodgers.
He's not going to track back.
That's your thing. Is he going to track the bin there back?
No.
So it's personnel for Celtic, and it's hard to get wide players when you've got wide players. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Kyle Lafferty injured. What a massive blow to Kelly at this stage of the season, because he was flying. Could that be a difference between them finishing second bottom and third bottom?
It could well be, because listen, he's been sensational, hasn't he, since he's come in. He's probably not just his performances out in the park. I think it's in the dressing room, because you hear the vibes coming for it. That he's a bit of a boy, a bit of a man. You need that, don't you? That,
especially when you're doing there. You need somebody who's going to keep the spirits up.
And lifts the tension and all that. But he was a massive. Missed even the other night in the cup game. Somebody says he came in with a boot on his ankle, so that's a worrying thing, because you think that's a ligament damage, wouldn't you, away? So hopefully it's hopefully it's just a precaution. But if Kilmarnock are going to steer clear of that second bottom, you need Lafferty in yourself. But Big Oakley did well when he came on the other night.
Oakley does alright, but he's not a goal scorer.
He's a totally different player. And it was Kabamba come on, then he went off injured.
Kilty's had a bit of form, don't he, Greg Kilty? I like him.
Greg, he's a clever football player, that's Greg for Kilty. Sure. And he's good. Again, you talk about the Griffiths thing. He's the same. He likes to play with, a strike partner up there, and he's clever. Comes short, sees a pass, and he's got
I
an
like
eye for
players
goal.
that sit in the shoulder. They're exciting centre forwards. They just stay in the last man, and you very seldom see people wanting to turn it.
They're a dying breed, isn't they?
You very seldom see it now. I'm sitting going, look at the space. Why are they not running into the space? And you get a ball turned defence around, but everyone seems to want it at their feet now.
Vardy's the man for that, and he playing on the shoulder. Look at him.
What about
an
actual
machine?
Mate, you're right. He is better than Jesus, you're right. I'll admit.
That's a great shout.
That's the best shout ever.
Unbelievable.
He said about 6 weeks ago Ian Atcho was better than Gabriel Jesus.
He's absolutely frightening the boy.
What about his goal last night?
Mate, he's actually embarrassing Vardy and on, isn't he?
But see, for all that Leicester, everyone talks about this nice football Leicester play, the goal comes for Johnny Evans getting the ball at his feet and
there you go,
playing a long ball over it, and Ian Atcho playing on the shoulder.
There you go. 2 boxes. That's what matters.
There you go. Would Kyle Lafferty get a move again?
I don't know, because he got his move to Rangers, remember?
Yeah. Should he just stay where he's happy now?
But does he know if he's happy? It depends. I mean, everyone's with money now, innit?
He'll have a few quid, wouldn't he, surely?
Oh, I sort of hope so. I don't know. Many times he's been divorced.
Same as you,
not as much as you, anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'd all be very wealthy, but I don't know many times. I don't know many times, but yeah. He looks as if he's enjoying his football, and sometimes that goes before it. If he's wealthy enough, then he'll enjoy that. He'll just enjoy going to training with the boys, and he's a big fish, and he's a man in there, and he might enjoy that.
But even you just said there, it's the same thing with the wee boy. I think Anderson, that's came from Aberdeen to Hamilton. He feels like he's the kind of maybe the top man, and you can see it in the way he plays. He plays
some people like that, and definitely Lafferty like
that. Stay doing that way as well.
So it's maybe he's Kilbride. But it's not far.
It's not far. It's only 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
I just think Tommy Wright's the man for him, isn't he?
Just do
it.
But then again, if you're Aberdeen, Hearts, Hibs, Lafferty would be a
Goal scorer.
because he played that, but he would take him next year for Aberdeen, nah?
Going to score goals for you.
Aye, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
No
Isn't it?
brainer.
What he give because he's athletic, he runs behind.
I'm not saying him when he get him, but I think you look at him and he looks happy. He looks a bit, he's enjoying it.
That's half the battle,
No,
isn't
it
it?
is.
Mate, next season's going to be fucking brilliant, isn't it? The Edinburgh Derby,
Yes.
What else?
Set Rangers. Wow, man.
Right, Cutin Paul.
Right, here we go. I'm going to go
Here we
with
go.
Fergie. Dundee United versus Ross County. And Derek, just to add in, it's both to score as well, if you can add that in, please. Dundee United and Ross County.
Dundee United.
Are you adding it in or are you just leaving it?
Yeah, then
just
just
leaving it at that.
we're going to get.
Both to score, Derek, please.
2-0 Dundee United.
Oh, wow.
I think County
Oh.
are going to. I think they're nervous at the minute.
Aye.
And I know John Hughes is in
He's in
there,
a lot of
trying
pressure
to
down there.
rile them up, but seems to be getting to them a wee bit.
Big Yogi's all over the place. Hibs St Johnstone, Derek, both to score, sir.
I'm going to go. Oh, it's a topper, isn't it?
Ah, it's a good one.
I'm going to go draw. Both to score.
Yeah.
Livy Aberdeen.
Oh, by the way, Aberdeen have got you up there. I'm going to go both to score and it's a draw.
Oh, Motherwell, Kilmarnock, both to score.
I'm going to go. Christ, we're just talking about Lafferty as well there. I'm going to go. Kilmarnock. There you go.
Wow.
Both to score.
That's a big one, that is.
Aye.
Wow. St Mirren, Hamilton Accies, relegation battle.
My team. Against Marcus' team.
Relegation battle.
Aye.
St Mirren,
St Mirren.
Aye.
Accies need it big time, but I just think St Mirren have got a wee bit too much. And this is the season, unfortunately, I think Accies might just go. I'm going to go St Mirren.
Okay. Both to score, Derek.
No, St Mirren.
Just
St Mirren will win that. I think they might win it.
Beautiful. And Rangers Celtic.
And Rangers have got to up the ante. They've got to. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. They owe the fans one. They owe themselves as well. So they need to up their performance. And if Celtic don't change something, as I say, I think Rangers have got Celtic's number at the minute.
Aye.
And I'm going to go Rangers both to score. There you go.
2-1.
2-1. Aye, something like 2-1. Keep a 3-1.
3-2 or something.
Aye,
So
14.
hopefully, aye, you'll have
14-4.
Hopes Rangers win.
14-4.
Francis, you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, Dundee United versus Ross County.
Dundee.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because I want to lose and then we can
Get on the
get
beer.
back
On the
on
shots,
the shots
aye.
next week. Aye.
Dundee. Aye, Ross, I forgot about that. Dundee United to beat Ross County. One team. Dundee United just score 1-0.
So no both teams to score.
No, both teams.
Okay, Hibs v St Johnstone.
Tough
No. I'm going to go for Hibs.
Both teams to score.
Yes.
Livingston versus Aberdeen.
Livingston.
Both teams to score.
No.
Motherwell v Killie.
Motherwell.
Both teams to score.
Yes.
St Mirren v Accies.
St Mirren.
Both teams to score.
No.
Okay, Rangers v Celtic.
Both teams to score and Celtic.
Wow.
I don't know if Celtic, you better win.
Right, who do you want to ask? Slaney? Any day?
Right, I'll go.
Go on, Derek.
Right, Slaney, Dundee United versus Ross County.
Dundee United 4, Ross County 0.
Could you
Go
give
on,
us a
son.
bit more on
You'll
that?
get
Why
funny
do you
a bit.
think United will win with 4 clear goals?
I mean, after they scored 3 against Aberdeen, is that correct, Derek?
Yes, that is.
Yeah, and
I
would
wanna
you say
do that.
Ross County's in a worse position than Aberdeen in the league?
Eh?
Yeah.
Yes, there's my answer.
There you go. So there's logic to that. Logic.
Yeah, brilliant
Yeah.
logic
Brilliant.
behind that.
Okay, this is a toughie, this one.
Yeah.
Hibs v St Johnstone.
2 each.
Oh.
2 each.
Yeah.
Who'll be the goal scorers?
Goal scorers.
Big out front.
Nisbet will get a double and
St Johnstone don't score a lot of goals.
don't score a lot of goals, but they'll hit in the break and then they'll get a set piece. McCart will get a double.
on the break.
He'll run up with them.
Half time.
Right, the
Tell
Tony
me, Dom.
Macaroni.
Don't tell me so.
The Tony Macaroni Stadium, Livingston v Aberdeen. What are you going for? That's a tough one, isn't it? That could be anything.
Tony Macaroni Stadium. What a name.
1 each.
One each.
I don't
Right.
know. I'm just saying like I don't know.
Ah, good shout.
Okay.
You could
Right,
have worse. You could
your
have
old team, the Steel Men against Kilmarnock.
They were outstanding Motherwell last week, and I'm going to say one each.
You could be what?
Aye, because Motherwell are safe in it, and Kilmarnock still need the points big time. The Buddies against the Ackies.
2-0, St Mirren.
I think we can all agree on that, don't we? A wee bit. And the big one, I know where this is going.
No, listen,
Rangers
I'm honest.
Celtic.
Regardless, I don't care what any fan thinks of me. I'll state my run. So I think it'll be 4-0 Celtic.
Right.
Next week, boys. Next week, and at party time.
Party time.
And
Who's bringing the rubbers?
Frank, you've got to go and all that, haven't you? Should we all dress up?
No.
No, it's just
Normal gear.
normal gear.
I'm okay. We'll get out.
Beautiful.
That would
Thanks,
be-
guys.